today's tutorial is going to be on this pin-up hair and makeup look. I am Karino and myself decided to team up to bring you guys a fun, different kind of video. If you want to check out her fashion lookbook, click the link down below and let's get started. To start out, I'm prepping the skin by using this Dr. Brandt Pore Dermabrasion. This is going to help my pores to appear smaller. Around the eyes, I'm using this Aphrodite Skincare Replenishing Eye Cream. This is lightweight and moisturizing, so it's good to wear underneath the makeup. And to hydrate the whole face, I'm using this Ultra Repair Hydrating Serum from First Aid Beauty. For my primer, I'm using this Porefessional, it's my favorite. This is from Benefit Cosmetics, and this is going to help your foundation go on nice and smooth and help hide any imperfections in your skin texture. Lately, I've really been loving this Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply this all over the face using a damp beauty blender. I also like to put a thin layer over my eyes and use that as my eyeshadow base. Next up, I'm going to use this Laura Mercier Universal Finishing Powder, and to apply it, I'm going to use this loose powder brush from Me. And this brush is good because it's going to lightly apply the powder all over the face. To warm everything up, I'm using this bronzer from MAC, it's called Give Me Sun, and I'm just applying it all over. Okay, now we're going to move on to the brows. I'm starting out by filling them in using this taupe brow pencil from IT Cosmetics. Next, I'm going in with Anastasia Dip Brow in Chocolate, and I'm using this to define the lower line of the brows, and I'm also making them a bit fuller because with a pinup look, I think you can pull off a fuller brow. To carve out my brows, I'm using a small flat brush and some cream concealer, and this is just going to help the brows to look really defined. So I'm gliding it along the bottom line of the brows, and once I'm done, I'm going to drag it down and blend it out. For my eyeshadows, I'm mostly going to be using this palette from Anastasia. This is the Shadow Couture palette, but I'm pretty sure all of those colors are available as individual shadows also. I'm first applying Morocco and Soft Peach with a 224 brush. This is a perfect brush for the upper crease area, and I just like to get that nice and smooth. Then I'm going in with the Fudge shade, and I totally messed up there. So I went back in with the 224 brush, tried to buff it out. You can see I'm getting my worried face on. Then I went back in with the 217 brush and a little bit more eyeshadow, and with a little bit more pressure I started buffing it in, and I think that's what helped to make that harsh line go away as I sat there and buffed it in using a little bit more pressure. For my lid color, I'm using this single eyeshadow from Monicadar Cosmetics. It's called Fantasy. This is a really nice shimmery sort of neutral shade. You could use it all over, but I wanted to keep the lid kind of neutral. Next up, I'm going to do my under eyes, and I'm also using this powder from Monicadar Cosmetics. This is in C3, and I'm taking it over closer to the bridge of my nose because I'm going to contour a little bit differently today. Once I'm all done with the under eyes, I like to highlight the tear duct area of the eyes so that it spills over the concealer and the concealer doesn't cover it. So I'm taking this shimmery shadow from Buxom. For the lash line, I'm going to go in with Morocco and this eyeshadow brush from Beau Gauchy Paris. You could actually use this brush for powders or creams, but I thought it was the perfect size and a nice little flat brush to get in there and blend that lash line out. For my waterline, I'm using Costa Riche liner from MAC, and I'm just putting that in the waterline, avoiding the lash line. Next, I'm going to apply some wing liner. I'm using this insanely intense tattooed liner from Scone Cosmetics, and this has a felt tip and it's also waterproof. So I know some people have trouble with a brush tip liner, and sometimes a felt tip liner is a little bit easier to use. Before applying my false lashes, I like to apply a coat of mascara. This is Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. For my lashes, I'm just using these 120 Demi lashes from Ardell, and I'm just going to go ahead and use some tweezers to apply them. To contour the nose, I'm using a flat brush and the Anastasia Powder Contour Kit, and I'm actually just taking the line in and narrowing out my nose a little bit and keeping the little ball on the end a little bit round. And I tried to just go back with an empty brush and my finger and blend it out a little more. And to help the nose appear more narrow, I'm going to be using this concealer from It Cosmetics by Under Eye, and I'm going to highlight down the center of my nose. This concealer is really good for this because it's super pigmented. And I'm also going to highlight the very tip of my nose using Anastasia So Hollywood highlighter. Since this is a pinup look, I really wanted to do some pink cheeks. I'm using this Beauty Blush Duo from Pixi by Petra in Rose Gold, and this is a nice sheer blush. On the lips, I'm going to be using this Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick from NYX Cosmetics. This is in the color Kitten Heels, and this is really the perfect lipstick for a pinup look because it's going to give me a matte finish, and it's the perfect kind of retro looking red color. I'm also going to add a little bit of this Oh So Divine from Jarrell Parker. It has notes of sandalwood and vanilla. And last but not least, I have on this nail color from Trust Fund Beauty in the color I'm Kind of a Big Deal. This was a color in my Ipsy Glam bag. This is cruelty free and vegan, which I get asked about a lot. Alright, so now it's time to curl the hair. I'm going to be using this curl gem set from Numi, and it comes with 3 different barrel sizes and a flat iron, which is pretty cool. So I'm starting by separating the hair in 2 sections, and I'm just going to clip up the top half so it doesn't get in the way. Mind you, this is my first time curling my hair like this on camera, so it took a minute to get used to, but I'm starting by curling the hair towards the face. I probably hold it there for a few seconds and then release it. And since it was kind of awkward trying to do it on camera, I put on the little heat protectant glove. Really, you just want to be sure to curl them all in the same direction and just let them set. Once I'm all done with the bottom, I take the center section of hair and I'm wrapping it over the curling iron, and I'm gonna let it sit here kind of facing forward. And this is kind of the look that makes it look pinup-y, so these front curls are the most important. So I'm just letting that sit there, and I'm leaving this in real time so you guys can see how long I hold the curling iron on the hair for. And then I'm going to bobby pin it, or you could use a little clip just to keep it in place and let that hair set. I do the same thing with the next section of hair where I hold it and then I'm going to pin it, and I really only pin those 2 curls on either sides of the head. Also, if anybody wants this set or any other tools from Numi, I have 2 coupon codes. I will put more details down below in the info box. So I'm just doing the same thing on the other side of the head where I'm curling the hair under and pinning them. So now I'm going to finish up by curling the rest of the hair, and I'm curling them all in the same direction, and then I'm letting them just set. I'm not going to pull them out or brush them out. We're going to do that in a second once it's all done. Okay, so I'm just going to pull out those bobby pins and release those curls. And I'm going to take a brush and just brush out all of the curls and kind of mold things into the shape that I want. And I'm also using a little bit of hairspray here just to help hold things in place. So now I'm going to grab that front section, the same front curl that we did, and I'm going to take a teasing brush like this, and I'm going to start teasing it a little bit. And I'm also doing that to the second curl. You guys can see my hair was slipping back a little bit. And then I'm going to use the brush to kind of mold those 2 curls together, and with a little leftover hair, I'm just going to tuck it behind where the other curl is going over and add a little bit of hairspray, and voila, we're all done. Alright you guys, so that was a whole tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed this look. Definitely give me a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Can't understand how it lasts so long. Get it calculated, do the math. I made 1,000 songs and made you move your ass. What's my favorite word? Bitch, why they gotta say it like sure?